Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Well, for these two franchises, the Lions and the Cardinals, it all began back on a Sunday in October of 1930 when the Chicago Cardinals visited Portsmouth, Ohio to play a scoreless game against the hometown Portsmouth Spartans in front of 6,500 fans. 4 years later, the Portsmouth Spartans would move to Detroit. But anyways, 90 seasons later, after some rebranding, a couple relocations, one of the oldest rivalries in the NFL still lives on. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
Here comes Amendola. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Lions will take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw is Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They'll run it with Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll come out in the pistol. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taking it in from a yard out. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 33 yards that time. Johnson running right. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Stafford. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Lions 7, Cardinals 6. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
What's tight? Tight end's right. What's tight? Tight end.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Right. I hope you brought your reps because I'm about to take you to school. 40's Mike. 40's Mike. I got him. Mike 40. Check. He's coming up.
On 3rd down, Murray. Able to find Isabella. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Murray now on first down. Johnson's got it complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. First down, Murray. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. And able to find Kirk complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the 16, Murray. Well, he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Keep it up, guys.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A gain of 32 that time.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
From the 50, Stafford. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 30.
First down, Detroit.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he's got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So first and 10 now from the 30. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissic. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
250. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now it's Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray, and that's going to be incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Rush in.
Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
That's how we do, D.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. Amendola set to return it. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Stay 50.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. Got a man, it's Amendola. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
180. QB's trash. Let's go. 32.
On first down, Stafford here. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Byron Murphy, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
To throw again, Stafford. He sets to fire deep. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Stafford now to throw. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Here we go. Go to base. Target, 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 target.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Easy, easy. 58. Hey. Come on. I smell fear in that offense. 32.
Stafford on first down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Watch QB's off. Watch QB's off. Pick the middle.
On first down, it's Stafford. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Oh, you got deep? Over. 55.
After the turnover, here's Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 13-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Murray, a quick throw out to Kirk. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to have a third down.
Bandit. Where's 52? Watch 52.
From the gun on third down, Murray. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Murray to air it out again. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the Lions' 1-yard line.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
It's 2nd down.
Check. Topper!
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing again. Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season, the future bright. To throw is Stafford. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Amendola, he was the intended target.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground. down. This is Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Before this season started, Johnson said this new offensive system would allow him to really be effective in the passing game. He actually likened it to 2016 when he had almost 900 receiving yards. He said one of his goals is to become the 3rd player in league history to hit 1,000 yards rushing and receiving in the same season. They also noted that he's really comfortable in this scheme. It's like his college days at Northern Iowa when he was part of a team that based out of a shotgun with a running quarterback. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
They give to Johnson going right.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
It's 3rd and 7.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He wants it all for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Suggs, one of the best in the business at finding the QB, gets home there. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
And middle. 58 Mike. I'm going to run you.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They go to Johnson again. A nice little juke, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
But not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Cards, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Not a day in my life, long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life, as long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her blame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
Honey, I dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop. Tempo, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance. jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Put on the gas, I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't get too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bad, but I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall. I'ma slap that.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the divisional round playoffs on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the New York Jets. With that, we head up to MetLife Stadium as we'll hand it over to the two men that'll call the action, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between our visitors and the New York Jets. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest. You'll take the week off. Get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. The papers this week, it was all talk about how big of a game this was. Of course it is. It's the playoffs. It's the divisional round. But they handle it well. They score early.
They really did. Plenty of confidence exuded on that drive. No nerves showing. Terrific way to get things started. They are in control.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Avery Williamson there to make the stop. And quickly the starting 11 now for the New York defense.
C.J. Mosley's your prototypical Alabama linebacker. They'll come downhill and smack you, but they understand the game so well.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Here's the 2nd and 7. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Second and 11. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, boy. I know it's
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Looking to throw. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Ochena Nwosu in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a second down coming up. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw, Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go, and we'll see who's faster.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Open man is Robbie Anderson, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll try and run it in with Bell. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets will extend their lead. Lambeau on for the extra point. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Out of the gun now on third down. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
And now
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll sorry.
Hey, you got 3 down.
Carry by Bell. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left touch.